Now, I have rendered thousands of pounds of tallow and I finally feel like I've perfected it. This is my first render of tallow. The bottom is absolutely beautiful and there's no water left over in my pan. So I'm gonna start by putting 25 pounds of my ground tallow in my roaster oven. From there, I'm gonna leave it for 185 degrees for 8 hours. Typically, I would stir through this process. I'm not gonna stir it today. I'm just gonna pop it in and leave it. Then you can see this is what it looks like after those 8 hours. It is beautiful. I can see all the way down to the bottom of my pan. I'm going to scoop out any of the impurities and the meat chunks left over and be very thorough in this process. Really scoop out as much as you possibly can. That's going to help you later on when we strain. Now, I am a huge proponent of a wet render on the first initial render. The salt is going to change the density of the water and allow those impurities to sink to the bottom, removing them from your fat layer and giving you a nice clean tallow. Now you can see that the tallow is completely clean. I can see all the way to the bottom and I can even see that layer of water sitting in the bottom. From here, we're going to strain. I love using these tea bags. They're linked in my bio under tallow supplies and equipment, so you can find them there. But I'm going to strain through this tea bag, and the first little bit is going to be super clean, and you can even see that there's hardly any meat chunks in the tea bag. Now this is going to allow me to have an even cleaner cleanup once we're done, because I'm not dealing with all of those messy meat chunks. And as you can see, this helps you to see just a little bit better the fat ring on the top of the water layer, and you can see the fat layer is completely clean and that water layer holds all of the impurities. So in this next process, when I go to pour into my tea bag to strain it, I'm going to make sure that I'm only pouring that top fat layer off. I'm not pouring any of that water layer out into the tallow. Now, this is where you have to be really patient and go really slow. You'll be able to see that layer of water in the bottom, and just make sure that you're not getting any of that water layer into your tallow. Go super slow here. And once you feel like you've gotten the majority of the tallow out, I go ahead and toss it into the trash. All of that water and the impurities, there's just a small amount of tallow left in there, which I'm totally fine with, because that's about the same amount of tallow that I would be scraping off of the bottom of the tallow cake anyways. This just allows me to not have to worry about that extra step. And look at how beautiful this tallow is in the pan. There are no water bubbles at the bottom. There's no impurities. And once I pop it in the fridge overnight, it comes out so clean. No water at the bottom, hardly anything to scrape off, and the tallow is absolutely gorgeous. I would love for you to give this a try and let me know what you think.